All right, Alakazam back doing some trend analysis for Gulfstream Park, Florida horse racing, Wednesday, December 21st, 2022. And just want to look at the results cards first, and then we'll look at the payouts. Didn't play any today, just trying to see what's going on. So right off the bat, we've got 6581. Those are eight races on the card today. So we've got a 6581, and then we've got a 1257, 5427, 52 17, 3164, 9854, 8251, and a 71089. So right off the bat, we can see we had a couple. Right off the bat, you had 65, 6581. Of course, Mason's is 81, and Gematria and forward, and in reverse. Ordinal 65 is Florida, so that tracks right off the bat. And we got the 1257 in the next race. Let's take a look there just to show you some of that. So this was the day numbers for today, Wednesday the 21st, 2022. And 75, 30, 39, 12, 55, 10, 355th day of the year, 10 days left. 33, 48, 37, 28, 32, 16. So look at that. And just show you on the English Gematria, Florida is 65, and the first ordinal cipher, 38 in reduction, 24, 124 in reverse, and 43 in reverse reduction. This is without the S exceptions and that type of stuff. Gulfstream here, 122, 41, 40, 122, 41, 148, and 58. And Gulfstream Park, which is the full name of the track, 168, 60. 210, which is like 21, and 84. 84 is also a Masonic number. I think Masonry equals 84, with or without one of the exceptions. All right, 43 obviously is Freemasons plural equals 43 in forward reduction. So some of the big numbers there. But again, 38 comes up. 38 and 65 are both for the state of Florida. So as we get back, so again, we saw that we had that 12 right off in the second race, and we got 12 right there on the day numberology, so that tracks as well. So we got 65 for Florida, 81 again as Mason. We got the 12 like the day numberology, 57, I think championship equals 57. You got 54, 27, 52, 17. Again, Mason is 17. 31, 64, 98, 54, 82, 51, and 710, which is like 71, 89. So as you see, we hit a 54 here on top in race 3. And then we got a 54 on the bottom here in race 6. And then also we do have the 17 coming in on the bottom of the card here. So, and then we've got I'm sorry, my eyes are getting off on the line. Sorry about that. Yeah, we got 17 on the bottom of the card in the 3rd and 4th spot. And then we've got a 64 here in race 5. We've got a 64 there. And we've also got is that the only 64? So we got a 64 on the bottom of the card here. And then I guess we got 655 coming in vertically. But it's okay, yeah. So 164, it's the 89s we need to look at. So we had the 64 like an 8 times 8 checkerboard is 64, which is a sacred math reference. And then the 89, 98 can be expressed either way. That's the circle to square reference. So they sort of came in back to back there. The 9 the 9-foot diameter circle is roughly equal to the same area as an 8-unit square, 64 units squared, and the 9-foot diameter circle was 63 point something. So that sacred math reference comes up quite a bit. So we saw 89 here at the top, and then we saw 89 again here at the bottom. So 289s coming in today, 164 at the bottom, a 17 at the bottom. We had 65 for Florida top, 65 for Florida at the top, 12 at the top in race 2. The 54 is kind of out there. The 52's out there. We got a 31. We got an 82. And then we got this 71.89 here. So that's what we're looking at for the trends. Let's take a look at the look at the payouts and see what was going on today with these. See if we missed anything on the day and date. Nothing for 54 on here. That 41 there. Nothing for 54 in there. We had a 58. So nothing there. So race 1. Big paying one, it looks like here, $56 exacta. Wow, $231 on the 50-cent try and $158 on the 10-cent super. So we had a $17 hit. So it's like $8.5, 8.5 to 1 on that one, 6.8 to 1 on the place horse, and the show was 680, which is still quite a bit. That would have been like a 10 to 1 going off to pay that high. So big hitters there on the 65.81, and that, oh my boy, that was only an 8-horse race too. Almost wish I would have played today. Could have got lucky and hit that one. So the odds-on favorite was the 4th. It was a 7 to 2 morning line and went off at 5 to 2. And of course, dink, they dropped that bad boy all the way out of the race. So the 4 nowhere near it, dropped out, left the 65.81. So big paying ticket there. 65.81. Let's see what the rest of the cards were. So 4 was the first fave. 1 was the second fave. It went off level, but started as a 9 to 2. Let me say that was, so this was 65.18, right? 65.81 on the finish. 65.81. So the second fave was 1. They dropped that one to 4th. That was the second fave from the morning line. Went off the same. The 8 was a 5 to 1. It started as a 3 to 1. So that was the line setter's third fave. And the line setter's fourth fave was the 5. That was a 5 in morning line 5 and went off at 5. And then the next fave was the 6. So they dropped all the faves out but 1. They dropped the second fave down to 4th. They left the first fave completely out. The third fave, the 5, was completely out, leaving 65.81. 6, 5. Oh, I'm sorry. The 5 was in there. So the third fave was in there. 6, 5, 8, and then 1. So that's a 65.81. So 6 was 7 to 1, 5 was 5 to 1, 8 was 5 to 1, and the 1 was 5 to 2 on the what their win bets were when they went out. So that's a big hitter. Big money paid out on that one, leaving those faves out. So basically, I was only an 8-horse race. I think that probably could have took that. Probably could have super trifected and picked everyone, and it would have covered with that $158 payout. All right, let's go on to race 2, see what it looks like. Race 2, Gulfstream. And again, we're looking at Wednesday, December 21st, 2022, Gulfstream Park. This is Alt Horse Think. I'm going to keep this private for now for reference. This was 1257. So again, we had the 12, the old Tom Brady 12, and 57 means championship. So this was $38 exacta, 86 on a 50-cent try, and $87 10-cent super. So this was a pretty good payer too. $2 payouts were win was $12.60. The 60 cents. The place was $9, and the show was $4.20. And let's see what we had here. We had this one. We only had 7 horses and finished 1257. 1257. Wow, another one here. The favorite ended up being this 3 horse that went off at 2-1, but the morning line on that was 10, so that was not the line setter's fave. The line setter's fave was this 5-2 horse. So the 6 morning line was 5-2, went off at 3. So that was the first fave. The 6 was the first fave. The 4 was the second fave on the morning line. And the third fave was the 1, went off at 9-2. And then we had, I'm sorry. Six was the, get my eyes. 6 was the first fave. 4 was the second fave. 6, 4, 5 at 4-1, and then 1. So 6, 4, 5, 1 was the line setter's pick. 64.51 was the line setter's pick, and it came in 12.57. So the 4 got dropped out. The 5 and the 1 came out off the line setter's top 4. So again, another good payer there. And then as for where they went out, the 3 ended up falling or shortening the odds all the way down to 2-1, and it ended up being dropped. So the street was completely wrong on that. The 3 finished last, and it was just totally out, and it being 12.51. So the street was well wrong on that. Was at 12.57. 1 went longer. It came in first, went slightly longer. The 2, street didn't have any respect for that. It was a morning line of 5-1. It retreated to 11, long odds on 11. So and the 57, the 5 basically went from 4-1 to 9-2. So, and the 7 retreated from 10 to 16. So everybody put their money on that 3-horse Lexinator, and the street was completely wrong. Don't know what the deal was on that. I don't know if it was the jockey or what. Brooks Gerald was the trainer. Oh, it's got. So we had Jose Ortiz Jr. on that as the jockey. So he drove that. He drove the numbers short on that and screwed everybody. He had Miguel Vasquez was on the 1, who's another national rider. So he got the win there. The other guys look more like local guys. Jamie Torres I've heard of. But I don't think any of them are big. But Jose Ortiz was there, and so was Miguel Vasquez, who got the victory. So that's how they rig him up. So everybody jumped on Jose Ortiz, and they all got screwed when he came in last place on Lexinator. All right. Let's see here. So we move up to race 3 here. Race 3, looks like we had the Fave train come in here. We got 54.27. It was $5.20 on the win. Place was the 4-horse, 280. Show horse was the 2, $5, and then fourth place was 7. So 54.22 they came in. Let's see what happened on this. The exacta was $8.80, 50-cent try was $31, and the 10-cent super was $12 and change. Only 8 horses in this race with a scratch on horse 1, so horses 2 to 8 played for a 7-horse field. The line setter's favorite and the going off line was on the 4. Line setter had an 8 to 5. It actually shortened to 7 to 5. And it came in 54.27. So that horse still did not come in first, but did come in second, 54. So actually, oh, they always tuck these fractions in on me. Gosh darn it. So actually the line setter was correct today. The 5 horse was the line setter's fave. 7 to 5 on the 5 horse, and the 4 horse was 8 to 5 on the morning line. The 5 horse went longer by a fifth and went to 8 to 5, and so they just flopped. The 4 horse went shorter. 4 horse was 8 to 5 and went 7 to 5. So they were both right there together, and we had 54.27. So this was just faves right at the top, and that's why nobody made any money off this deal. The 2 horse was 11 to 1, so that was a good play, and the 7 was a fave 2 at 3 to 1. So the only thing really good, if you had a 50-cent trifecta play with the 2 faves at the top, and you happened to know that they were going to throw the 2 on the bottom, the 14 to 1, that would have been a good play. Numbers wise, it I said, well, yeah, I don't know, 540. Yeah, 54, 27, 542, 452. Nothing to see there. Can't see any other clues on that one. But so that was short odds on that one. This is race 4. It looks like we got another big payer on this one. This one looks like this is a 9-horse field. 52.17, so we had 17 on the bottom. $18 on the win, $5.20 on the place, $2.60 on the show. Exacta paid $46. 50-cent try played $59, and the 10-cent super paid $84. So these are all good payers here too. Again, we got 52. Morning line fave is the 1, went off, was 3, and then shortened to 7 to 5. It looks like we had, what else? Got a 9 to 2, so that's 4.5 to 1. So we had the 1 was a 3 to 1 on the morning line. The 5 was a morning live of 4, and it retreated to 8. The 2 was the third fave at 9 to 2. So you had 1, 5, 2. 1, 5, 2, 1, 5, 2, 6 were the line setter's favorites. 1, 5, 2, 6 were the line setter's favorites. 1, 5, 2, 6 ended up finishing 52.17. 2, 6. So 3 of the line setter's horses came in. The 1, 5, and the 2. The 6 dropped to 5th. So that's pretty good play by the. It's pretty true by the line setter on that one. All right, so Street was saying that the line setter, the 2 horse stayed at a 9 to 2, went off. The heavy fave, the 1, the 3 horse, or the morning line horse, the 3 horse went short for whatever reason. Same reason as the last race. So it's got Jose Ortiz on that horse to shorten the line. Looks like we got some of the bigger players here on the jocks. There's Jose Ortiz. This is a local guy, Jose Morales, but I've seen him. Ivan Pimentel, he's local. Lionel Reyes, I've seen out. He's local. But Sonny Leon's definitely a national guy. So you had Sonny Leon on the 5-horse, Ortiz on the 1-horse, and Luis Saez was on the 6. And Luis Saez was on the 6, was well out of the money. He fell to 6, but and the 5. Yeah, the 5 was Sonny Leon, and the 1 was Jose Ortiz. So Sonny Leon got the first place, and Jose Ortiz got the 3rd. So they were both the big boys were in the winner's circle with the local guy in between. All right, so that drove the odds up. What did the other guy do for the odds on the 5? Oddly enough, Sonny Leon was on that horse, but the odds went longer instead of shorter. That's interesting. He's not as big of a name, though. Luis Saez got his horse. They shortened from 5 to 4, so that makes sense. So, again, the 2 big jocks, 2 of the 3... The 2 biggest jocks, 2 of the 3 jocks got in and in the winner's circle with the 5 and 1. All right, so that was that. Good payers on that one. Not much to see here. It's race 5, 31.64 on this one. 463, 22.40 with a payout. $6 exacta, $9.50, 50-cent trifecta, $9.30 on the 10-cent supers. These are all faves here. 31.64 in a 7-horse race. This was, let's see, I guess this would have been start of the late pick 4. So they probably wanted to get everybody in for the energized for that. Let's see if they have any payouts. Let's see, they have payout out of here. 50-cent pick 3, 50-cent pick 4, 50-cent pick 5. 50-cent pick 5 was 1,400, and the 50-cent pick 5, 4 or 5 was $20. So there's a 4 or 5 pull. So this was the end of the pick 5. So the fave all came in at the end, but I guess it didn't make a difference because we had those heavy upsets earlier. We say the first race was a huge fave, came in on the top there. What was the? Yeah, it was where the $231 trifecta. Next one was not too bad. It was a $86 trifecta, 12-1 fave on the top, but still, I'm not fave, underdog. Race 3, we had the race 3 was faves, and race 4 was another huge upset with that 18-1 on top. Although it did have that's the one that had Luis Saez on it, Sonny Leon on that one, but still that was a huge. So I guess not too many people won the pick 5. Paid $1,400, so they so they let the faves come in there on the last race of the pick 5. So this would have been the start of the pick 4 for the second pick 4. So I'm going to assume now after this fave train, this next race 6 will probably have a huge underdog set up. So let's see what came in. This is the one that finished 98.54. See what they had. Oh no, actually pretty fave there. 560 on the payout, 520 on the second, 320 on the show bet, and $19 exacta, $37 trifecta, and a 43 on the 10-cent superfecta. Well, let's see what they had them at. So this was a 10-horse race with 3 scratches. Horses in play were 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The line setters fave was the 9 at 7-2, went off at 9-5, so it went even shorter. The second faves were tied. It looks like 6-1 on horse 7, 6-1 on horse 2 for the second and third fave. Oh, and horse 5. So there was 3-way tie for second, third, and fourth on the morning line faves. You had the 2 at 6-1, the 5 at 6-1, and the 7 at 6-1. The 2 and the 5 moved down. They shortened to 4-1, but there was 3 scratches, so that's not unheard of. The 7 moved from 6-1 to 5-1. And then the 8 came in. The 8 was a morning line of 12, and the street really liked it. It moved to 6. Oh, and there's the reason why. We got Tyler Gaffalione was on the 8 horse, which is why it moved strong. We had Miguel Vasquez on the winner surrogate, so that's why it moved stronger. Jose Ortiz, he was on a 15-1 horse on horse 10. It moved to 5. So all the big jockeys forced the line shorter. What do we say this was? A finish was a 98. So 98, that gives Gaffalione and Miguel Vasquez, and then Gaffalione the victory in the top 2. 98, 54. 54, we got the 2 local jocks there. 54, we had Edgar Perez and Paco Lopez on the bottom of that card. So Faves came in there. So let's see, race 7. Did they do a long shot on this one? No, we'll turn that back. Let's see. Race 7, we had 82.51 play on this one on an 8-horse race. And this was pretty big here at a 12-1 win, which means it was 6-1 on an 8-horse race. 4.2 on the place bet, $2.60 on the show. So, slightly longer on the first horse, but basically faves in second and third. $25 exacta, $34.50 try, and $28.10 super. So that's 82.51. So again, 82. That gives Tyler Gaffalione a win after he just took a second. So I see Gaffalione was on the 8 horse. The big daddy was in here. Irad Ortiz Jr. was on the 5. And Luis Saez was on the 2. Jose Morales was on the 1. Okay, so it's 5-2 for the morning line, which 2.5-1 because Irad Ortiz was on that 5 horse that moved to 6-5. Gaffalione morning line was 6-1. His horse moved to 5. Luis Saez was on a 4.5-1 horse, 9-2, and it moved to 5-2. One horse moved shorter. There was only 1 scratch. That doesn't account for too much of the line shortening. Morales horse shortened. 3 horse went long, started 20-1, moved to 35. Nobody likes MNCL. Yaramillo apparently is the jockey. I don't know. 4 horse was 15, moved to 19 with Edgar Perez. And the 6 horse with Lionel Reyes was 20-1 morning line, moved to 60. So nobody liked that horse. And what do we say? It ended up being 82.51. So again, that's the 2 big dogs, Tyler Gaffalione and Luis Saez got the top 2 spots. We have 51. Irad Ortiz Jr. got a 3rd place, so he was in the winner's circle. And then the Jose Morales horse. And I think he's one of the better local guys, but he's still a local guy. So all the big jocks went through, and the street kind of knew it. So I guess that's common there. All right. That leads us to our last race, which was 8. That was 7-1-8-9. So again, we have the 89.98 in this one. So this one 10-1. I'm sorry. $10 payoff on the win, $13 on the place, and $2.80 on the show. So that's a big dog that came in on the show bet. Obviously, it's like 13-1. About a 5-1 on the win bet, and similar on the show bet. So a $64 Exactus, that was a big hit. 50-cent triplate, $1.17. The 10-cent super paid 94. So that last horse must have been a more of a fave. All right, so that was 71.89 or 710.89. So that 10 horse was 12-1 going off. That was Irad Pimentel. Irad Pimentel was the jockey. Any of the big jockeys in this one? Yes, we did. We had Junior Alvarado on the 1 horse. Irad Ortiz Jr. was on the 3 horse. Sonny Leon was on the 7 horse. Jose Ortiz was on the 8 horse. Miguel Vasquez was on the 9 horse. So a lot of big jockeys in here. This was a 13 horse field with 1 scratch, 1 through 12 played. So it was going to be big odds due to the number of horses. But excuse me again, 710.89. So Alvarado didn't get anything done. He was out of the money. Sonny Leon got the victory on this one on the 7 horse. The 10 was the guy I ran, Pimentel, the local guy, Ivan Pimentel. And the 89, the 8 horse was Jose Ortiz, and the 9 was Miguel Vasquez. So Jose gets a 3rd, and Miguel Vasquez gets a 4th on that. Sonny Leon gets the 1st, we said. Yeah, Sonny Leon gets the 1st, and the local rider, Ivan Pimentel, gets the 2nd, followed by Jose Ortiz and Miguel Vasquez. So it's 710.89, big pay. I don't know too much here about the trends, but that's what it went down. It's interesting to see how much the lines move on the national jockeys when they come in. I don't know what we got for big takeaways on this. Just don't know. All right, we'll look more later at that one. Think about it and come back and do an addendum maybe. All right, Alakazam. Let's keep tracking these horses. Take it easy.